Welcome, Falcon fans, to the Stroh Center and Mo and John Stansbury Court for the first Bowling Green Volleyball regular season home match of 2025. The Falcons versus the Oakland University Golden Grizzlies. BG sits at 4-5 through their highly difficult non-conference schedule, 4-1 against non-ranked teams, and needless to say, Oakland is not too close to ranked. We'll get to that a little bit later on. Ben Korak here with Andrew Smith from the Falcon Media Sports Network, the first home volleyball broadcast of the season, and the first with both play-by-play and color commentator. Andrew, not only for that reason, but it's great to be with you.
Yeah, it's great to be back, Ben. My first volleyball call of the season. You're not alone this time.
Yeah, I think the last time we did a game was during the MAC tournament of last year together. Yeah. So that was a blast then, although not the greatest outcome, but today should be a blast as well. We do get to see the first home match of Alex Del Piombo era, Andrew, and that's very exciting stuff, especially considering it could be her first home win as a Bowling Green head coach, and that's an impressive milestone to take, but not a very surprising one considering how little turnover there's been and how much this program really hasn't missed a beat with the additions of Chelsea Carter, Alexa Wharton, and Lucas Pitlak as assistant coaches. It really feels like a lot of the girls have bought in, and the program really hasn't missed anything since the departing of Daniela Tomic.
No, you're absolutely right, Ben. It really feels like, Coach Del Piombo has had 9 seasons now with the program, not as head coach, and it really just feels like she stepped into a role that she was always meant to at some point have. And the team, despite the seniors that left last season, has just picked up right where they left off. I feel like they're starting to hit on all cylinders now and really hit their stride. They played very well against ranked opponents a couple weeks ago, and now they're going to face a team here and hopefully get their first win at home of the season.
You know, a lot of holes left in the lineup from last season into this season with 4 graduating seniors, all in impact positions. But it feels like Bowling Green's cutting to get into their stride, as you mentioned, with a lot of players stepping forward into very difficult positions, and Avery Hobson's been that one. On the left side, Mia Tyler graduated last season. Jordan Newblack graduated last season. That was both of your outside hitters. So you had a question mark coming into this year, and Avery Hobson over the last couple of matches has really stepped in to that role. 47 kills in her last 3 matches. Those were all in Chicago. A .310 hitting percentage, 24 kills versus Stephen F. Austin, and she played on par with Lauren Hovey through those 3 matches. That's an impressive feat in itself. And I think, for my money, she could be a very similar attacker to Mia Tyler, especially as only a junior, and I think she's a better all-around player as well with the defense that she brings to the table.
Oh, absolutely. And she, I was nervous about her hitting at the beginning of the season simply because she has a height disadvantage in comparison to Mia Tyler, but she has just proven me very wrong in that she's played well against larger blockers, hit around the blocks very well. 24 kills against Stephen F. Austin, 47 last week. She has been playing phenomenal. And like you said, Ben, she's an all-around player. She gets digs for the Falcons. She blocks well as well. And she serves well in addition to that. So, yeah, very complete player and a hole that was needed to be filled, and Avery Hobson has stepped into it.
Hobson, a transfer from Duquesne, played there in the 23 and 2024 season. 513 total kills with Duquesne, already 107 so far this season with the Falcons. The rest of the outside hitters also more of a question mark, and we've seen a lot of different faces step into the second outside hitter role. Ava Buttlemeyer, who 2 weekends ago played a lot during that really ranked spurt that they had with Kansas, Purdue, Georgia Tech, played pretty well as well. Marin Dunaway had an absolutely outstanding 2-match stretch against Stephen F. Austin and Loyola Chicago in Chicago. Those are their first 2 matches played in her career. Adita Vaswacek we saw play early. Anastasia Bozic we've seen get time. A lot of outside hitters, and a dogfight is the phrase that they like to use, and there really is a dogfight between all of these hitters for Bowling Green.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, we've had this conversation before, Ben, about how it feels as though the Falcons have a lot of weapons to choose from, especially at that outside hitting position, and that's a very blessed and good place to be in, where you have too many options rather than just having to rely on a couple of hitters. And it really feels like they're still searching for the person that's going to be their main second outside hitter to Avery Hobson. I don't think they found that person yet. It could end up being Eddie. It could end up being Marin Dunaway. It could end up being the freshman Anastasia Bozic. We really don't know at this point, and we're probably going to see that later in the season as the games go on.
We don't know yet, but we are going to see at least one new face in the lineup today because Lauren Hovey does not look like she's going to be playing against the Golden Grizzlies today for Bowling Green in the home opener. It's the first match that she will miss since September 1st of 2022 in her freshman campaign against Northern Kentucky. That was the last time she did not play in a match for Bowling Green. Has come this entire stretch until today. Some load management stuff, nothing too long-term. But if you're going to do it against a non-conference opponent, it's probably going to be Oakland, who's got an 0-9 record, 2 losses to MAC teams, that's Western Michigan and Eastern Michigan, and a 5-set loss to DePaul, whom Bowling Green played and beat twice in 2024. Not great opponents for Oakland, not even close to any of them being ranked, and 0-9 record for Oakland. Not the greatest team, but a good one for Bowling Green to maybe get some confidence back and also try and see who they can work out on that right side with Lauren Hovey being gone.
Yeah, this is a great game to really just try some things within the offense, and you're right, Lauren Hovey being out really shouldn't affect the Falcons too much in this one. Oakland dead last in the Horizon League in blocking this year, and I think that really opens up Amanda Otten to utilize all of her hitters and utilize new hitters in this matchup, and just see where everyone's at, get comfortable with everybody, and like you said, build up some confidence going into MAC play.
Bowling Green probably going to utilize a bunch of different arms today. For Oakland, it normally revolves around a couple of them, and a lot from that right side. Redshirt senior Libby Smith is the best hitter on the team. She plays on their right side quite often, 99 kills on the season with a 182 hitting percentage. So not the best hitting percentage, but the blockers know that most of the swings are going to be coming from that right side. Ella Schomer, another one, the junior right side hitter, is the second best hitter on the team. Both of the top two are right side hitters. They sometimes swing from the left as well. And the only outside hitter that really has got significant playing time this season is Molly Reck, the freshman, the only left side option. Still inexperienced, not too consistent as well. They do have a couple of solid middle blockers, but not too many high-powered arms for this Oakland team. So they're going to rely a lot on their outstanding defense. Granted, they do have an outstanding defense, and with poor blocking, it's a pretty one-dimensional Oakland team that Bowling Green's going to play today.
Yeah, the back row for Oakland is actually very good. They have a lot of players who they can put in the back row position, a lot of players who can both come up and hit for them and then receive well as well. So, it's a very one-dimensional team. I'd say Oakland will probably the main goal for them will look to try to get all of their hitters involved, not just rely on the right side. And the main goal for the Falcons will just be to force them to rely on the right side and then set them up to get blocked by the Bowling Green blockers. So,
Andrew, first time this season we'll do impact players as we wrap up our pregame here. One impact player for both Oakland and Bowling Green.
My impact player for Oakland is Anika Prisby. She's a 6'4" redshirt junior in the middle blocker for them. The tallest player on the team. She is going to need to step up in the blocking and really hold these Bowling Green attackers accountable. I really think her height can save Oakland in a lot of these situations as the game goes on. And then for Bowling Green, I got Marin Dunaway. I really feel like after getting 19 kills in their last match against Loyola, that she has really found her stride, and she's going to perform again today. And I really want to see her succeed in that outside hitting role.
Finding their stride will be a big theme, both for Oakland and for Bowling Green today. The Falcons at 4-5 through their non-conference schedule. The Oakland Golden Grizzlies 0-9, so they're searching for their first win of the season. Bowling Green looking for their first win at home and the first of the Alex Del Piombo era here in the Stroh Center. BG Volleyball versus Oakland next on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Did you know Falcon Media Sports Network has video highlights of BGSU athletic events? To see all the moments from your favorite BGSU teams and athletes, head over to the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel or view them on bgfalconmedia.com.
Mark Zaborny here, host of WBGU-FM's Jazz Unlimited. Listen to Jazz weekdays from 9 a.m. until noon with special live in-studio editions every Wednesday. I'll spin classic jazz standards and the latest jazz releases. That's Jazz Unlimited, weekdays from 9 until noon on Northwest Ohio's community radio station, WBGU 88.1 FM.
Hello, Falcons. I'm Dontrez Brown. I play defensive line here. And my Falcon 4 favorite TV shows is SpongeBob, Regular Show, Adventure Time, and iCarly. I like SpongeBob because, just growing up, just seeing it on TV, it just made me laugh, and it still makes me laugh today. Adventure Time and Regular Show is kind of a mix. They just always have me laughing. And then iCarly, Sam Puckett is super funny, so. Go Falcons.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
My name is Kyle Blassingame from BGSU Men's Soccer, and my Falcon 4 favorite hobbies are Kirby, which is a game created by BG Men's Soccer. My second favorite hobby would be Solid.io. I recently bought a PC and I've been gaming it. My third favorite hobby is playing golf with Kyle Cusimano. And my fourth favorite hobby is watching Game of Thrones with Brendan Graves.
BG Falcon Media is an organization encompassing student media organizations at Bowling Green State University. BG24 is the video component of Falcon Media that creates a weekly live newscast every Tuesday. All videos and live streams can be found on the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel and website, or BG24's Twitter account. BG Falcon Media, empowering students with creative freedom by exploring technologies and focusing on audience engagement and service to our communities.
Are you a fan of BG Falcon Media and the Falcon Media Sports Network? You can show your support for BGSU student media by donating at the bottom of the page of stories on bgfalconmedia.com.
On February 21st, 2025, BGSU men's basketball upset Toledo at Savage Arena for the first time since 2021, defeating the Rockets 69-68. Falcon Media Sports Network's Tyler Kavlitz had the call of the game-winning moment on Falcon Radio.
Johnson inbounds to Campbell. They do not foul. Bowling Green marches into Savage Arena, exacts revenge on the Toledo Rockets, and gets a much-needed conference victory over their arch-rivals, defeating Toledo 69-68. What an improbable win for the Bowling Green Falcons.
This has been a Falcon Media Sports Network featured call.
You are listening to Falcon Media Sports Network coverage on WBGU 88.1 FM in Bowling Green, Ohio. Ben Korak, Andrew Smith, and the Falcon Media Sports Network crew covering the Falcon volleyball team.
Welcome back to the Stroh Center and Mo and John Stansberry Court. Ben Korak here with Andrew Smith from the Falcon Media Sports Network. We have the starting lineups in. Andrew, why don't you walk us through the starting lineup for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies?
Starting at libero, the Golden Grizzlies have Lacey Bates. Starting at setter is Maya Katula. Starting on their right side is Livy Smith. Starting at outside hitter is Molly Reck. Starting middle blocker is Anika Prisby. And starting other starters are Grace Cooney and Caroline Moore.
And on the side of your Bowling Green Falcons, a sophomore defensive specialist, Sydney Hernandez, going to be the libero for Bowling Green today. Senior middle blocker Jessica Andrews and redshirt sophomore middle blocker Helen Wilford are going to be manning the middle. The pins will be Marin Dunaway, the redshirt freshman outside hitter, and Avery Hobson, the junior outside hitter. Amanda Otten as a setter, and then the extra middle blocker being Kendall Williams for the Falcons today. Still going to be an interesting aspect when you look at this starting lineup, as you see Jessica Andrews, you see Kendall Williams, and you see Helen Wilford all in that starting lineup. That means they're going to start with 2 middle blockers on the floor, which Bowling Green almost never does.
Yeah, it is an interesting situation. They've tried out a couple times so far this season with the 3 middle blockers in the lineup. I think simply because they want to see who's going to win that position battle. We talked about the outside hitter, but also the middle blocker position between Helen Wilford and the other middle blocker being Kendall Williams, and the two of them going at it and really seeing who's going to win that position there and be co-middle blocker with Jessica Andrews.
Especially considering Lauren Hovey will not be playing tonight under load management reasons. So that means you're going to have to be more present on that right side. And Jessica Andrews, as we know, has a very nice sliding attack to that right side pin. So maybe utilizing that a little bit more today, try and diversify the swings that the Falcons are getting. Again, Hernandez, Andrews, Hobson, Williams, Dunaway, and Helen Wilford. Dunaway may be the most interesting player that's starting today for Bowling Green, considering she just made her first match appearance with the Falcons 2 matches ago against Stephen F. Austin, and then against Loyola Chicago. She, in her second match played, led Bowling Green in total kills, one of only 3 players this season to lead a Falcon match in kills. That's an impressive feat for just a redshirt freshman who didn't play at all last season, and not due to injury, just was kind of toward the back of the outside hitter group, is underway into the starting lineup today.
Yeah, I really feel like Maren Dunaway, she's really kind of finding her place on the team. Like you said, Ben, just a redshirt freshman, still young. She's still, I'd say, working on her blocking ability. She is a shorter outside hitter, so that does limit her blocking sometimes, but she really makes up for it with her hitting ability. She's got a great line attack. She's very good at finding her way around blocks, being a shorter outside hitter, and we'll see how she does today in this match.
Molly Reck, the outside hitter and freshman, to serve for Oakland. Serves Sydney Hernandez, who digs it out. Otten to Dunaway. Dunaway gets the first swing at home, tries to tumble it in, but it's kept up by Oakland on the back end. Hobson the set to Otten, the set back to Dunaway. Dunaway with a rip off the block and kept up. Lacey Bates will set to Libby Smith. Libby Smith, the most powerful hitter on this team, won't get it to land. Andrews with the rip, and the first point in the Stroh Center this season goes to Oakland.
Yeah, and they tried that slide attack that you mentioned, Ben, and I've yet to see that attack work for them consistently. Otten and Andrews, if they want that attack to work, they really got to be more consistent about it.
Hernandez lets the ball go, and it finds the back right corner, an ace for Molly Reck. Reck, that's her 7th ace of the season, 7 errors as well for just the freshman. And there's another one, miscommunication with Dunaway and Hernandez. 2 straight aces for Oakland. They lead 3-0 against Bowling Green.
Yeah, serve receive has been a struggle for the Falcons all last season, and going into this one.
Hernandez digs it out, Otten to the middle. Wilford with a slow attack. Bates keeps it up. Libby Smith is kept up on the block by Bowling Green. Otten to Dunaway. Dunaway off the block again, won't fall in. They're going to get 3 touches and barely get it over. Hobson to Otten. Otten backs that right side. Andrews, first point for Bowling Green at home this season.
And there's that another try at that slide attack, and that time it lands. I think Otten is still kind of getting used to trying that attack, and that time worked out very well for the Falcons.
And possibly the reason last year it was so effective for Jessica Andrews was because you had Alexis Matilla, who almost exclusively attacked from the middle. And a lot of the time for Bowling Green, you had 4 arms that you could look for in any play. There's a service ace by Sydney Hernandez. Misreception by Reck on the back row.
Sydney Hernandez has quietly become, next to Lauren Hovey, the best server on this Bowling Green team.
12th ace this season. Lauren Hovey does have 19, but there's 13 for Sydney Hernandez. Ties it up at 3. 2 of the 3 points for both teams coming on aces. Hernandez serves again from the left side of the court. Reck digs it out. Lacey Bates will have to bump from almost at her back line, and a rejection. Jessica Andrews puts Libby Smith's attack to the floor. And a Falcon lead 4-3.
And that's what you want to do if you're the Falcons. Lead them to that right side. Force Libby Smith to hit right into your block.
It's not always going to go to that left side. In fact, it hasn't gone to the left side at all yet. There's another attack for Libby Smith. It's high over the hands of the blockers for Bowling Green. Otten sets Kendall Williams. Bates up. Libby Smith again. Dunaway catches it in the chest, not in the hands. And it falls down for Bowling Green. There are going to be growing pains for Bowling Green, especially on that left side. Saw that some with Ava Buttlemeyer, and they're going to see that with Marin Dunaway if they keep getting in the lineup.
Especially in receiving. That's the most difficult thing to do in high-pressure situations.
Otten sets, back row attack. Hobson to go off the block, but she sends it long.
They're trying to use that back row attack a lot more this season. And it's mostly gone to Hovey, but we're seeing now try to get it to Hobson.
Otten Andrews on the slide, just has to dink it over. First true set so far by Katula, and it won't land for Oakland. Now here's the first swing from the left side, off the block and down. A nice attack by Caroline Moore playing on the right side, the freshman. Moore out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Only 9 kills this season. That was her 10th. Otten sets to the middle. Williams off the block and down. Kendall Williams is an underrated attacker on this team and is going to be fighting with 2 outstanding blockers, Helen Wilford and Jessica Andrews, to get playing time.
And if Kendall Williams wants to get more of that playing time, she's going to need to be able to block better. That is probably the weak part of her game. Is she's a very strong attacker, gets very high impact point in the ball, but just doesn't block very well at times.
Olivia Brown, her first time in the match. Her serve, a very good one. Marin Dunaway looks to go off the block, but sends it wide down the line from the left side. BG with a negative attack percentage so far. Grizzlies barely above, but the Falcons have been able to kind of shut down Libby Smith, who's got 7 out of 8 total attacks for Oakland. I mean, we knew they were going to go to her a lot. Mendez digs it out behind the 3-meter line. Up to Dunaway, left side, off the block. Bates can't get there in time. Diving away from the net. Dunaway gets her first kill of the night. Avery Andrews subs in for her, and 6-7, Bowling Green trails by 1. Andrews serves Bates in the back row. Delaney Stern, the main setter in the game now for Oakland. There's a setter dump by Amanda Otten. Ties it up at 7. Maybe the best play Bowling Green can utilize on a game-to-game basis, huh?
That is, Otten's setter dump has gotten cleaner and cleaner the more she uses it. And that was the prettiest one I've seen her do.
And she's used it more as the season has worn on as well. Barely in the first series, and every weekend it's gotten more and more. Brown, a diving play to keep it alive. The Falcons will dump over, but a very athletic play from the freshman. Attack down the line, won't land. That was Ella Schomer, her first swing of the day. Now Hobson gets one off a hand and falls down. Another lead for Bowling Green, 8-7.
That was a great rally for BG. They were out of system that entire time. A great dig by Olivia Brown to keep the ball from hitting the court, and they just did everything right in that situation.
Stems directly from, as you mentioned, that very athletic play by the freshman Olivia Brown. Williams with the block in the middle. BG's been all over the place with their blocking so far. 9 total blocks on the match to Oakland's 4. Misreception there by Molly Rack. Out of play over past the press bench. BG leads 10-7 now. Avery Andrews has not surrendered her serve yet. This is her 5th in a row. Reck digs it out. Stern sets it back. On the block. Libby Smith is rejected from the right side now.
That was a great block by Avery Hobson there, all alone on that left side of the court for BG.
Timeout. Oakland head coach Krista Rice in her 4th season with Oakland. Trails by 4, 11-7. Bowling Green leads Oakland here in the Stroh Center. You're listening to Bowling Green Volleyball on WBGU 88.1 FM.
On D&D, that means do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Hey BG Falcon fans, you're here with Paige Kohler on the women's basketball team. These are my Falcon 4 favorite things about basketball. First off, I love competing. I love being able to win, and I love the winning feeling. Second, I love that it's a team sport. I love being out there with 4 other people on the court. Third, all the traveling that we get to do. I've been to so many new places because of basketball. And lastly, I love making new friends and just playing the sport I love with my best friends.
Now back to more Falcon volleyball coverage on WBGU 88.1 FM.
5 kills and 5 different players for Bowling Green. They lead 11-7 over the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. Took them a second to get a firm lead, but now they're holding it. Avery Anders with a couple of very nice serves in a row and some good blocking for Bowling Green. They are picking apart Molly Reck, the freshman, on the back row. And they're moving her back and kind of shutting her off now.
Ben.
Ella Schomer steps in front, and Lacey Bates, the libero, also steps in front. 2 pretty good defensive players. Bates will dig it out. Stearns sets it forward. Ella Schomer can't get it to land from the left side. To the middle, Williams goes for the white and misses the hands. It's just wide. Oakland will take the point back. Subbing in is Kylie Gallagher, the sophomore out of Clarkston, Michigan, attended Clarkston High School. In her 2nd season with Oakland, 36 sets played last season, already 38 sets played this season. So been more of a impactful player. Hobson goes down the line, off of the hand, and out of play.
That was great set placement by Amanda Otten. She's become a lot more consistent about her placement of the ball on the outside hitters since last season, and it's really improved her as an overall player.
Serve from Kendall Williams goes long. 13-9 Bowling Green leads, and also we saw on that attack a second ago, Avery Hobson, her recent success can a lot more be contributed to her firing both on cross court and the line for the majority of the first part of the season. She was just hitting cross almost all the time. Now kind of diversifying her swings. Stearns sets it up to the middle. Diving play by Hernandez. A very nice play to keep it over, and the Falcons dump. Anders keeps this one up. Bump set Hernandez. Otten with an attack to the back corner, but long. And a point will be given back to the Golden Grizzlies.
Just a little bit of a miss hit by Otten there to try to get it over in 3 with some sort of attack.
Grace Cooney, freshman middle blocker. 2 aces, 10 errors this season. With a very high hitting percentage. She gets her 11th error. Actually 7th in the Horizon League in hitting percentage with a 309 and her 65 kills. 149 total attacks for the middle blocker this season. Dugout on the back row. Stearns sets up to the left side. Molly Reck gets blocked. It's up in the air. Falcons will reset it. Hobson off the block. Otten keeps it up. Bump set Hernandez to Hobson again, who's rejected, and Wilford dumps it over. Now bump set to the right side. Tumbling in. Schomer can't get it to land. Hobson off the block and down in front of Bates. Nice long rally for Bowling Green that they were able to come away with.
And it's all about doing the little things. Every single time Hobson went up to attack there, she had 3 total attacks before she got one to land. Every single Bowling Green player that was not Hobson was covering her attack, which is exactly what you want to see. That shows good coaching.
Gallagher digs it out. A swing again from Schomer. She hasn't found much success yet. Hobson slams it down cross court.
That was an excellent swing by Hobson right through the hole in the block. Almost hit 10-foot line. She's warming up now.
Hobson with 2 in a row, now up to 4. Leads the match, is the only player without just 1 kill out of all of the match. Delaney Stern again, and it'll be dumped over by Oakland. Hernandez to Hobson. Hobson off of Gallagher with a one-handed dig. Now to the left side. Rec can't get it to land on her poke. Now Hobson off the block and out of play. The point goes to Bowling Green. Don't know what the whistle was there. But the Falcons will get the point anyway.
Possibly an Oakland player in the net. It's the only thing I could think of.
Didn't see the gesture or the call. The Falcons up to a 120 attack percentage now. 9 kills on 25 attempts. 5 errors. Gallagher digs it out. Stearns sets back up to the right side. Schomer won't land again. From the 3-meter line, Otten to Andrews. Andrews a little shoddy attack. Can't get it over. Reck will dump it over. Otten to the middle. Wilford, good defensive play. We're seeing some good defense from Oakland. Going high off the hands is Gallagher. And it won't touch the hands. It'll just go long. Bowling Green will take the point. Another timeout will be called by Oakland, with BG leading 18-10 here in the first set. An impressive display so far from Bowling Green, especially their relentless attacking to what has been a very strong defense for Oakland, aside from a couple of reception errors by Molly Reck.
Yeah, and that's the Bowling Green methodology to their offense, is they're going to overwhelm you with the amount of attacking and the variety. They've leaned on Avery Hobson when they get out of position and out of system, but they really have diversified. They've gone to the middle a lot. They've turned to Kendall Williams and Helen Wilford, and they've also gone to Jessica Andrews, who is fully playing the right side for BG, which is not something we've seen from her ever. And I really think it's to work on that slide attack with Lauren Hovey being out, but they're just overwhelming the Oakland defense and eventually getting something to hit the floor. And Oakland can't put together any sort of offense against this BG block.
Avery Hobson with 5 kills so far. We're not even done with the first set yet. The rest of the Falcons total to 9. So that's 4 other Falcons with 4 other kills individually. Oakland's only got 2 kills so far, has benefited from 5 Falcon attacking errors, also 4 blocks in their own right. But 1 kill has come from Libby Smith. 1 kill has come from Caroline Moore, and Libby Smith has got 8 total attacks of the 24 for Oakland. So I guess ratio rise pretty good, 1/3 of the attacks and half the kills, but only 2 kills so far. Otten serves from the right side of the court. 6'3" setter in her junior season with Bowling Green. Stearns sets to Reck. Reck goes back line and corner and gets it. A perfectly placed ball by Molly Reck to get her first kill of the night. Maya Catula to serve, the freshman setter. Started the match for Oakland today. Delaney Stern has more assists and has played more at the setter position for Oakland. But Catula getting the nod today. There's a slide attack from Andrews, and there's a second kill of the game for the senior middle blocker for Bowling Green.
Yeah, what's really interesting is Jessica Andrews is playing the position of right side, but is using the footwork for a slide attack every time she attacks. So I wonder if she's straight up trying to get reps in for that attack when they would do it in other matches.
Catula bump set. Reck tumbles it in. Otten to Dunaway. Dunaway's blocked. Otten, her dig, but it's back over the net. There's an attack off the block. Annika Prisby.
And you'd like to see Oakland to get their middle attack more involved, but that's very reliant on how many receives they can get to their setter in a good spot on the court.
Dunaway digs it out. Andrews sets up Dunaway. Dunaway tries to go off the hands but sends it long. Aaron's got 8 total attacks on the match, 2 errors now. Only 1 kill. But you're seeing the attempt from her to use the blocking. Andrews from the right side just has to flat-footed tumble it in. Here's a rip down the line, a powerful attack. Caroline Moore from the right side of Oakland. 19-14 timeout called by Alex Del Piombo of the Falcons. Still a lead by 5 here in the first set, but a little bit tighter now as the Golden Grizzlies coming back a little bit. You're listening to Bowling Green Volleyball on WBGU 88.1 FM.
If folk music speaks your language, you've got a home on Thursday nights. Join DJ David Sears for The Folk Show, airing from 6 to 8 p.m. every Thursday on WBGU 88.1 FM. It's 2 hours of carefully selected tunes from traditional ballads and modern acoustic storytellers, all woven together with care. WBGU 88.1 FM, Northwest Ohio's community radio station.
Ever heard of Falcon Media Sports Network's broadcast on Falcon Radio or WBGU 88.1 FM but don't know where to listen? Well, set down the radio, pick up your phone, and go to bgfalconmedia.com and scroll to the bottom of the page to stream Falcon Radio and WBGU 88.1 FM for all broadcasts.
Check out more coverage from the Falcon Media Sports Network on X at BG_FMSN.
A couple of points in a row for Oakland. They still trail by 5 late in the first set. Bowling Green with a 19-14 lead over the Golden Grizzlies, and their first home match of the 2025 regular season. Did have an exhibition match earlier on against Youngstown State. No broadcast for that match, and a precursor to the regular season. Alex Del Piombo looking for her first home win in her tenure as head coach of Bowling Green. Dunaway goes down the line, gets her second kill.
That is the type of play that I want to see Marin Dunaway make. A rip down the line and just blew straight through the defender that was there.
Hernandez serves Bates on the back row. Catula to Caroline Moore. Can't get it to land. Hernandez bump set to Jess, and Andrews can't win the joust at the net.
Probably the first errant emergency set that we've seen Sydney Hernandez make this season. She's done very well with that in other matches and in this one so far. 40
assists so far this season for Hernandez. Last season only had 55 total. Granted, was not the libero, but still played a significant amount of time. Sorry, go ahead.
Asking a lot of Sydney to step into the libero role just as a true sophomore this season. She's stepped up to it well, showing a lot of maturity and experience that you don't expect out of a sophomore.
Catula to Moore. Moore goes off of the block of both Williams and Dunaway on the left side of the Falcon side of the net. 21-16 Bowling Green leads. You are right, they are asking a lot of just a sophomore. I remember last season during the beginning of the NIVC, Lindsay LaPinta out with injury, and we saw that precursor of Sydney Hernandez wearing the differently colored jersey. Serve knuckles in, sets up. Williams can't get it to land. Wreck and attack from the back row. Olivia Brown digs it out. On to the left side. Dunaway! Cross-court attack, Marin Dunaway.
Great job by Dunaway to get around the block there. Very impressive placement right in the middle of the court, right in that campfire.
And the trust as well from Del Piombo and the Falcon bench. I mean, there was a point where she had 1 kill, 2 errors, and 7 total attacks, and now 2 straight attacks, 2 straight kills for Dunaway. The Falcons are letting her ride. Otten to Hobson. Hobson, oh my gosh. Just a lightning strike from Avery Hobson on the left side. 23-16 for Bowling Green.
And if you're a defender, that attack you just have to let go and realize that you're not going to be able to put a hand on that. Great placement and great speed on that attack from Avery Hobson.
Anders serves Reck. Reck digs it out this time. Stern sets, and Brown digs it out. Otten the bump set. Hobson from the left side again, dug out by Lacey Bates. An attack for Libby Smith. First one in a while. One-handed try for Sydney Hernandez, but falls in. 23-17. I mean, that was a full layout for Hernandez, and she needed even one hand just to do it. Couldn't get enough.
Full layout by Hernandez and Avery Anders. This is a very strong Falcon back row that they have in the match right now.
All 3 defensive specialists. So you only have 2 attackers. That was Hobson, Williams on the right, and Otten in the middle. Williams back to serve. Wilford on, Hernandez off. But now you're getting into a portion of the match where you're going to have Kendall Williams playing the back row or just a two-man back row. Stern keeps it up, but not enough. It's going to fly out of play. Anders with an ace. And the Falcons win the first set 25-17. First set win for the Falcons. First set win at home this season in the Stroh Center. Bowling Green looks to do it in the second set as well. You're listening to Bowling Green Volleyball only on WBGU 88.1 FM.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Lauren Hovey on the BGSU volleyball team, and these are my Falcon 4 off-day activities. My first one would be spend time with family and friends if they're in town, because I love them. My second one would be read my book, because it's relaxing. My third one would be go get coffee, because who doesn't love coffee? And my fourth one would be go get groceries so I can make food for the week.
Childhood cancer it's a long road. It's hard, but St. Jude has gotten us through it. St. Jude is hope that you have a chance at life. And it goes such a long way for every child diagnosed with cancer because everything that's learned is shared all over the world. It's awesome.
Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Falcon Communications is the student-run public relations firm of BGSU Public Relations Student Society of America and BG Falcon Media. Those who join the firm create social media and feature story content for the BG News, BG24, WBGU FM, and the Bowling Green Radio Sports Organization. For each Falcon Media brand, Falcon Communication members help coordinate special events and create strategies for how to best market those events to the university community.
Looking for a BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m., where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM.
You are listening to Falcon Volleyball on WBGU 88.1 FM.
3 tie scores, 3 lead changes in the first set for Bowling Green, all taking place within the first 10 points, and then the Falcons did not surrender a lead, won the first set, and now leads 1-0 over the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. Ben Korak here with Andrew Smith for the Falcon Media Sports Network, first home broadcast of the 2025 season. We're going to go on the road again this week, Michigan State and Binghamton in East Lansing. Tune in to 88.1 WBGU for those broadcasts this weekend. Libby Smith with another rip, and is just long. Really trying to utilize that Falcon block, which is so present much of the time. But you see Falcon discipline getting a lot better as the season has worn on. 21 points for Bowling Green so far. 4 total blocks. Bates keeps it up. Libby Smith will dump it over. Hernandez to Otten. Otten from the middle to the right side on the slide. Andrews is rejected by Libby Smith. What a nice block by the redshirt senior.
Yeah, very nice read blocking by Oakland on that one. A team that struggles with their blocking a lot of the times. They managed to read Otten on that one.
Falcon attack is getting a little one-dimensional considering the Oakland does know that the Falcons are without Lauren Hovey, their best attacker. There's another try on the right side by Andrews, and again is rejected by Smith. So maybe you put that slide on the back burner for a second, and it's nothing against the way Andrews and Otten are executing it. Looks like they're reading right through it, though. Williams the set, now the attack after the Otten set. Dumped over by Bates, just barely. Andrews steps up, Otten to the left side. Dunaway, down the line, got it.
Another line shot by Dunaway, just absolutely smoked.
She's got a cannon of an arm.
Absolutely.
Olivia Brown back to serve on the left side of the court. Freshman has made a pretty solid impact so far this season. Number 19, 2 aces, 6 digs coming into today's match. Set to the middle, Schomer, a middle attack, can't get it to land. Dunaway again, off the block. Bates with a diving play to keep it alive. Stern will bump set it back, and they'll dump play over to Bowling Green. And Bowling Green has to dump it over themselves. This attack hits the pin out of system, and Schomer couldn't save it for Oakland. 3-3 now. Olivia Brown keeps her serve. Avery Hobson with 6 kills. Marin Dunaway with 4. 3 for both Caroline Moore and Libby Smith of Oakland. And the serve here from Brown goes long. Another aspect we haven't mentioned too much so far, Andrew, is Belle Laube not in the match for Bowling Green. Both her and her Canadian friend, Lauren Hovey, sitting out today. She's also been a pretty solid serve specialist for Bowling Green this season.
Yeah,
Dunaway with another one down the line.
No, absolutely. Belle Laube, I mean, she comes in. What I love about her serving is she has very good placement. If she knows who she comes into the game and she knows who she has to target to really put the opposition into a bad situation right off the serve, and she typically hits that mark pretty consistently.
Nothing flashy, but just a nice, solid defensive specialist. Shot cross court and wide. Molly Reck with probably her best blast of the day, but just missed playable court. Avery Andrews to serve from the left side in front of the Ziggyville student section. Nice to see them for the first time this season in the home opener for Bowling Green Volleyball. Gallagher dug it out. Bates sets to Reck again. Reck another cross-court attack up by Hobson. Hobson will get a swing now off of Otten. Is kept up by Bowling Green on a good block by Oakland. That was Cooney with the block. Otten and Williams on the right side reject that attack by Reck again.
And all last season we talked about how Amanda Otten's blocking just got better and better as the season went on, and we've seen it this season come to its full fruition. She has shut down some great hitters this season already.
Gallagher to Bates. Bates set to Reck again. Reck another attack long in the back line. Didn't even hit a fingertip. 10 attacks from Ella Schomer. None of them have landed. And now 10 attacks from Molly Reck, and only one of them have landed.
And the presence of the BG block really just forces them to miss their marks.
I mean, that's 1 kill on 20 total attacks for 2 of the more influential Oakland hitters. There's a quick over the middle to Grace Cooney. Cooney, a freshman out of Heartland, Michigan. 66 kills so far this season. The best attacking middle blocker that Oakland has on the roster. She goes back to serve now, too. Cooney serves. Anders digs it out. Otten set to the middle. Williams puts it down through the hands of Annika Prisby.
Very well done by Otten there to turn to her middle blocker. Got basically one hand on that ball, but still managed to set it up well for Kendall Williams, who now has gone back to serve.
First ace of the season to end the first set. Sends her next one long. So first ace and error in today's match against Oakland. Hernandez will sub in for Williams.
We talk about the growing pains, though, and the growing pains, the freshman, part of it is going to be those errors, positional errors in the back row, service errors, when you're behind the line, and those things will get better with time. It's just about improving on a day-to-day basis.
Beautiful serve. You just heard from Maya Katula. Katula with her 5th ace of the season, 5 errors as well for her. Her best match of the season, actually back in August against Western Michigan, a Bowling Green rival. 19 assists, 16 digs, and an ace for Katula in that game. Has slowly settled back into the setter number 2, but Delaney Stern has kind of been the setter number 2 today for Oakland, who's not even reached double-digit assists yet as a team, which is an impressive mark for the Bowling Green defense. That's a sign that you're shutting down that offense effectively. Katula set from the 3-meter line, on the slide, and kept up. Prisby with a nice attack. Hobson down the line, on the back line. A perfectly placed ball from Hobson brings the Falcons to double digits.
Yeah, and not only have we talked plenty about the BG block, but not only that, but the Bowling Green back row has shown how they have improved drastically and has been phenomenal so far today, really showing a lot of hustle and getting these balls up.
Dug out by Bates, cleared over by Katula. Attack from the middle by Wilford, back on her shoulder. Big pack there by by Annika Prisby.
Oakland seems to be trying out 2 liberos as this match going on.
This is the first time we've seen Callie Cook, actually.
Yeah, Callie Cook has come into the match.
So 2 dressed in white, the rest of Oakland dressed in black. The Falcons all dressed in white. 2-handed save by Katula. Keeps the play alive. Hernandez to Andrews. Andrews down the right side. Back row. Got it. Right past the libero and a pretty good defending hitter.
And there's another one of those emergency sets by Hernandez. And great placement on that. Put it nice and high for Jessica Andrews to put it down.
Pretty much a straight right side attack, too. No slide on that. Otten keeps the play up. Hernandez back to Dunaway. Dunaway left side is blocked. Pokes it back up in the air. Dunaway, her second swing. Off the block and out of play. Dunaway's got her 6th. Bowling Green's got their 12th.
Dunaway there could not get much of an approach on that second attack attempt, but still managed to go high and off the block to get it past the Oakland defense.
12-8 BG leads. A line drive serve for Hobson. Sets back to Caroline Moore, who's blocked. Back to Oakland. Setter dump. Katula kept in the air by Bowling Green. A good pancake by Otten, but it's blocked on the back end by Oakland, and they take the point anyway.
Really well done by Oakland there. That setter dump was very well disguised. And a great job reading that Dunaway attempted an attack and shutting it down.
Bates sends her serve long. Back left, she was targeting Avery Hobson. Yep. And a surprising amount of teams, Andrew, have targeted Avery Hobson on the serve. Don't know whether they just think with that big frame she's not a good serve receiver. She is the team leader in reception errors, but gets so many serves her way.
Yeah, it's I think a lot of teams see that stat and they misread it because it really is a factor if she gets served to a lot, and I think it's just the thought process of targeting their main attacker in order to make it so they can't attack themselves. But it doesn't typically work out for teams as she recovers quickly.
Set up to Schomer. Schomer from the right side can't get it to land. Otten to Dunaway. Dunaway off the block. Hernandez keeps it up with 2 hands. Dunaway again. Cross-court attack. Callie Cook. Now an attack by Ella Schomer. Saw the open court and fed it right in. A good play there by the right side.
Oakland doing a great job to stay in this set after dropping the last one to BG. Not allowing BG to pull away. A 13-11 lead for the Falcons.
Serve goes long and wide. A testament to, as we were mentioning a second ago, the defense of Hobson, how much she's been targeted this season. Sydney Hernandez, the libero for Bowling Green, is at 191 reception attempts. Avery Hobson's got 281. Almost 100 more total attempts Hobson has had.
Then the team's libero, which is,
and
a wild stat.
What a good serve by Olivia Brown. Tapes it and it falls down. 15-11. Bowling Green leads Oakland here in the second set, leads 1-0 over the Golden Grizzlies. But as we mentioned about Hobson a couple of times, the defense she's been tested, but she's a pretty good defender. She showed that at Duquesne, has shown that this season. That's kind of what leads me to believe that she could be even to a player with someone like Mia Tyler from last season that was so impactful for Bowling Green, a key piece.
No, absolutely. I think there are at times, and any hitter gets like this in the back row where your feet almost turn into cement, and if a ball drops in front of you, it's hard to just get yourself to move towards the ball. And she suffers from that sometimes, especially on serve receive, but really recovers very well, I think, and gets better as the match progresses, as she gets used to the serves from the other team. And I think she's also improved as the season's gone on. She had, 20 digs last series in that Loyola Invitational, and I feel like she's getting better as the matches progress.
Was named Offensive Player of the Week by the MAC this past week. Her and Amanda Otten was named Setter of the Week, but that also doesn't describe how good both of those players were at the entire aspect of the game. Otten especially, considering she had a very strong offensive performance, 7 kills in one of the games. You also include her blocking ability, same thing with Hobson, her blocking and her digging as well. Sydney Hernandez today has quietly had one of the best days of any player on the floor. 11 digs, 2 aces, 3 assists, and only 1 service error. That's her only error of the day. And she's made some pretty nice plays as well.
She has, and what I love about Hernandez is she is always diving for balls. I really think that's what won her that libero position, is she does not let any ball drop to the floor without diving for it.
Stern sets it up to the left side. Over the head of Grace Cooney. Just a missed serve by Delaney Stern, the sophomore setter. Both setters for Oakland, which is also contributing to their offense not firing on all cylinders today, is that both setters are underclassmen. A sophomore and a freshman both playing today. Dig on the back row, Bates, but it falls in. Nobody went to pick up Bates's bump. Wasn't the greatest one, but still somebody should have got there.
Miscommunication there from Oakland.
Olivia Brown with her second ace of the match. She's got 3 digs, 2 aces. So does Avery Anders. Stern sets it back to Smith. Smith tumbles it in. Hernandez was caught on her heels in the back row.
And that is a smart attack by Smith. You know, that's a veteran hitter making the smart play, tipping it over the Bowling Green block, recognizing she's not going to get through it, so she has to go over it.
Yeah, not too much success swinging through the block today. 5 total blocks for Bowling Green so far. Otten sets to Dunaway. Dunaway down off the block. Heat seeker to the bottom left part of Grace Cooney's hand.
Yeah, Dunaway, slow-ish start to the match today, but she has really started to heat up. Ripping through the Oakland blocks, like you said, Ben.
6 kills, 1 error, and 9 total attempts for Dunaway since she was at 1 kill, 2 errors. Otten setter dump, dug out by Oakland. That's some fantastic defense to defend Otten's dump. Hobson gets rejected, a defensive show for Oakland.
Wow. A great job by Delaney Stern to keep that ball up. I thought for sure that was going to drop on the setter dump from Otten, but a great defensive effort by the Golden Grizzlies.
Cooney's serve. Otten sets to the left side. Hobson tumbles it into the campfire. Actually, 2 Golden Grizzlies could have got there, but they pushed it away from each other. 19-13, Bowling Green leads, knocking on the door at 20, and they lead 1-0 here in the home opening match of the 2025 regular season. 9 matches into the Bowling Green season as well. Stern to the middle. Williams tips it enough to keep it alive, and Hobson tumbles it over. Stern, couldn't get it over the net.
What a job by
Frisbee was
Avery.
ready.
What a job by Avery Anders locating that ball over her shoulder and bumping it towards Hobson. Great job by BG to keep that ball up.
It was just a way to not let the point go by you. 20-13, Oakland takes a timeout. BG leads 1-0. Looks like they're going to come away with the second as well. You're listening to Bowling Green Volleyball on WBGU 88.1 FM.
The Zig Zone, Falcon Media Sports Network's weekly radio show dedicated to BGSU athletics, has a new segment. Make sure to tune into the show every Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. to listen to the one-on-one segment, where Holden Ruck will interview a key figure in BGSU athletics.
Hey there, Wood County families. Make sure to join us here on WBGU Sundays from 2 to 4 p.m. for Family Radio.
Stop it.
You'll hear family-oriented content, including fun children's music, comedy bits, and educational segments for all ages.
On the surface, that sounds perfectly pleasant.
That's Family Radio, broadcasting live from the campus of Bowling Green State University, and only on
WBGU Family Radio.
Falcon Volleyball on the radio at 88.1 FM and online at bgfalconmedia.com.
20-13, Bowling Green leads Oakland in the home opener. Ben Clark here with Andrew Smith from the Falcon Media Sports Network. For all BGSU sports news and updates, go to bgfalconmedia.com or BG_FMSN on Twitter and BG Falcon Media on Instagram and Facebook as well. Serve from Kendall Williams. Looked like it just kissed the back line. A challenge is going to be used by Oakland, so we're going to have another break in the action. I don't know, Andrew, did you get a good look at it?
The line judge seemed pretty confident that that touched the back line, but I'm not sure, Ben. I thought it might have been out, and the Oakland coaching staff and players were pretty certain that it was out as well.
Today's referees, Allison Rule, Katie Wagner, Rhonda Bellman, and Ken McLean. I believe it was Ken McLean who made that call. On the left side of the court, as we are facing it right now, that would be the east side of the court here in the Stroh Center.
Yeah. Assistant coach for Oakland, Kyle Stahl, immediately looked to challenge that call by the line judge. So
it looked like libero Callie Cook wasn't too happy about it either.
No.
On the bench. So see what it was. Looked to me like it might have just clipped that back line.
But
again, both parties were, both the referees and the
Yes.
bench of Oakland. Bench had a really good look at it, but the referee did too. They both looked confident.
it looked as if that ball was going to be about 3 feet out, and then it just dropped at the very end. A good float serve by Kendall Williams, especially if it was ruled an ace.
That's twice today. She's had a very strong serve. Jessica Andrews actually served the last match as well. Got 3 in one match.
Now that might have clipped the back line.
Yeah, I couldn't tell from that angle that they showed here on the big board here in the Stroh Center. The call is in. The point stays with Bowling Green, so Oakland will lose their challenge this set. Kind of late in the set as well, so maybe no harm done. BG leads by 8, 21-13. Kendall Williams still has the serve and has her second ace of the match, joining Hernandez, Anders, and Olivia Brown. 3 defensive specialists with 2 aces and 1 middle blocker. Rare that you get to see that. Another strong serve down the left line. Wilford standing at the net, gets the block. Looked like she might have touched the net with her elbow, but Prisby wasn't the greatest set by Stern either. And a timeout will be called by Oakland. 22-13. Bowling Green leads the Golden Grizzlies. 9 kills so far for Avery Hobson. 2 errors, 19 total swings. Marin Dunaway as well, 7 kills, 3 errors on 18 total swings, both a plus 200 hitting percentage. Hobson actually at a 368. Leading attacker for Oakland is Libby Smith, who's got 4 kills on 13 total attempts. She at one point had 8 of the 9 total kills for Oakland, and they've kind of stopped going to her. 58 total kills, only 13 have gone to her. And not been impressed so far with this setting from Oakland. Granted, they're underclassmen, but Katula and Stern each have 4 assists, and there's 1 spread out.
They're really struggling with setting to the middle blockers, especially. We've seen it a few times now.
Yeah.
They're just not getting it high enough, which honestly we saw from Otten occasionally last year until she really got comfortable in the setting role and got much more consistent. And that's when I think we really saw Jessica Andrews and Alexis Mattil really start to gear up and get a lot more attacking late in the season, is because Otten really felt comfortable setting to the middle, and it looks like the underclassmen on Oakland just aren't comfortable doing that yet.
And it's 2 teams as well that seem to have one side of the court kind of empty at all times, considering Oakland's very right side heavy, and now Bowling Green is very left side heavy, considering Lauren Hovey is absent from today's match. So, I mean, you're talking about setters that have to work from essentially one side of the court in the middle. It's not necessarily the easiest thing to do.
No, absolutely not. Especially it's completely reliant on what kind of receiving you're getting, because if you have something that's beyond the 10-foot line, you're not going to be able to put that to the middle.
Gatula serves Hernandez. Otten sets up Hobson. Hobson off the block, and a good dig by Avery Anders behind the 3-meter line. Hobson another swing off the block, overpass. Wilford tries to dump it back in. Catula with a nice save. Hernandez saves one on the BG side. Otten to the middle. Wilford tumbles it in. Didn't get a full swing, just kind of tapped the ball over the net. But it fell in, 23-14, Bowling Green.
I would love to see Wilford try to get a little more of an approach going on her attacks. I feel like she gets a little too impatient almost and goes too early, and that's why she's turning these into tips instead of full attacks.
Well, that's much of what is lacking when you watch last year's team and this year's team, is that you had Alexis Mattil, who is almost unstoppable at times in the middle. And you have nobody like that in the middle for Bowling Green. You're going to rely on the pins a heck of a lot more.
Yeah, it's difficult to replace a player that was, had a nationally ranked hitting percentage throughout much of the season.
24-14, Bowling Green with set point. Reck with an attack, blocked by Andrews and Wilford on the right side. Bowling Green comes away with the second set, 25-14, lead 2-0, and their home opener, the 2025 regular season. You're listening to Bowling Green Volleyball on WBGU 88.1 FM.
I'm Ryan O'Hara on the BG hockey team. I got 4 favorite restaurants here. My first one, Frickers, because of the frickin' chicken. My second one, Kermit's, because it's great breakfast food. My third one, The Row. It's great. It stays open late and has great food. And my fourth one is Juniper. It's great to go in the afternoon, and they have a really good name that too.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate while walking my dog. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. But I can't use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. So when it comes to driving, please, don't be a multitasker.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Looking for a BG Athletics discussion show? Check out The Swoop, where a rotating cast of Falcon Media Sports Network co-hosts talk everything BGSU athletics. New episodes are available every Tuesday at 6 p.m. on the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel. Looking for a BG Athletics discussion show? Check out The Swoop, where a rotating cast of Falcon Media Sports Network co-hosts talk everything BGSU athletics. New episodes are available every Tuesday at 6 p.m. on the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel.
Hey there,
Wood County families, make sure to join us here on WBGU Sundays from 2 to 4 p.m. for Family Radio. You'll hear family-oriented content, including fun children's music, comedy bits, and educational segments for all ages.
Let the games begin!
That's Family Radio, broadcasting live from the campus of Bowling Green State University and 88.1 FM WBGU HD1, Bowling Green, Ohio.
Oh, is there anything they won't do?
Ever heard of Falcon Media Sports Network's broadcast on Falcon Radio or WBGU 88.1 FM but don't know where to listen? Well, set down the radio, pick up your phone, and go to bgfalconmedia.com and scroll to the bottom of the page to stream Falcon Radio and WBGU 88.1 FM for all broadcasts.
Hi, I'm Peyton O'Malley with women's soccer here at BG, and my Falcon 4 pregame rituals is going to Trop, praying, singing songs in the locker room, and our mental prep on the field.
Black Swan Players of Bowling Green is dedicated to the advancement of amateur theatrics, including production of live theater as well as various educational opportunities involving the arts. Founded in 1965, the organization provides high-quality amateur live theater as well as opportunities to the cast, crews, and the viewing public. Visit blackswanplayers.org for more information.
Interested in joining Falcon Media Sports Network? If you're looking to get involved, send an email to sports@bgfalconmedia.com.
Hi, I'm Jaden Progerio on the women's soccer team, and I'm doing my Falcon 4 favorite places in BG. First would have to be Meyer, second would have to be Juniper, third would have to be the beach, and number 4 would be the fires behind the business building. Thanks.
Looking for a BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m., where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Hi, my name's Emma Stransky. I'm a winger for BGSU women's soccer. My 4 favorite animals are ferret, because I have 2 and they're the cutest things ever. Falcon, because we're BG. Fox, because Chris Fox, our coach. And then a flamingo, because I think that they're pretty.
If you're a veteran looking to file for your service-connected benefits through the Department of Veterans Affairs, don't go it alone. AMVET's highly trained service officers stand ready to walk you through the process at VA regional offices around the country, helping you to navigate the complex VA system free of charge. With new presumptions for Agent Orange exposure and other conditions, AMVETS can offer you the advice you need to finally receive all of your earned benefits. In 2009 alone, AMVETS helped process more than 65,000 claims and appeals, securing more than $410 million in benefits. To find your nearest AMVET service officer or to learn more, visit amvets.org.
Check out more Falcon athletic coverage online at bgfalconmedia.com.
First dig, first set, and first swing from the Falcons turns into a point. Marin Dunaway gets her 8th kill of the match, and then on the next play, Sydney Hernandez gets her 3rd ace of the match. The Falcons lead 2-0 here in the 3rd set and lead 2-0 over the Oakland Golden Grizzlies and the home opener of the 2025 regular season. There's a block for Jessica Andrews over the middle. We've seen every statistical category represented in the first 3 points for Bowling Green, and Bowling Green leads in all those categories as well. Kills, digs, hitting percentage, blocks, aces. Only thing they don't lead in is reception areas, which is kind of what you want. Catula goes off the block and out of play. She set Caroline Moore. Caroline Moore with a big rip from the right side.
With a lot of power on that hit from Caroline Moore. Wow.
I'm surprised they haven't gone to her more.
Yeah, ripped that off the block.
But she's got a strong arm. She's landed them at a pretty good clip as well. 4 for 7. No errors. Back to Libby Smith. Smith, diving play by Hernandez, but it's off of her arm and out of play.
Libby Smith, a very nice cross shot there. Almost made 10-foot line.
5 kills, 4 errors on 15 swings for Libby Smith. Williams after the set from Otten. Bowling Green just with good back row passing is turning into some very top tier swings late in this match. They struggled a little bit early, but they've really stepped into it.
Yeah, and that's the main thing. That was the main concern coming into the season of what is the back row play going to look like. And in this match, you know, it's obviously not against a ranked opponent like they faced in the past weeks, but still a good team, and they're looking very, very strong.
Caroline Moore off the block again will sub out as she's being subbed to the back row. That has been kind of a knock on Caroline Moore all match. Is not really a strong player on the back row, but at least attacking wise, she's 5 for 8 now. Low lofting serve, Dunaway with the swing. Goodness, she has got such a cannon.
Yes.
Puts it cross court, gets a point back to Bowling Green.
Yeah, and the thing that I love about it is she's put a lot of variety in her swings too. She's gone cross court, she's found the lanes in between defenders, and she's also gone line a few times now.
Anders serves from the left side of the court, dug out by Bates. Bump set from Stern. Smith can't get it to land, pushes it off the block and back into the Oakland court. Now takes a full swing, Hernandez digs it out. Otten to Hobson on the left side, off the block and down. Avery Hobson. It's her 10th kill of the match. And now you're seeing a duel between Hobson and Dunaway for the leader in kills in the match.
What I would like to see Bowling Green maybe to try to pull out right now is maybe try to pull off a back row attack to somebody at some point during this third set with the lead in hand.
Schomer's attack gets blocked. Another one from Oakland won't land. Hobson, kind of a back row attack, but more out of system. Sets back to Schomer again. Schomer sends it long of the back line. 7-3, BG takes another point.
Nice. Really cool looking attack by Hobson. Jumped over the 10-foot line to hit that ball back over the net.
I mean, you could argue a high quality attack from that.
Yeah.
She was stepping away from the net at the 3-meter line. Set from Bates behind the 3-meter line to Otten. Otten to Williams. Williams tries to tumble it in, but not a full swing. Schomer gets dug out by Brown. What a play! Amanda Otten goes back right corner. Nobody home.
That's the important thing to do when you get in a situation like that where you need to bump or just a light attack over the net, is to find the corners, find a spot in the court where the defenders aren't. It's your only option.
Hernandez tapes one, puts it just wide of the left line, but that's a very strong serve from Avery Anders. 9 aces today for Bowling Green, only 6 service errors. It's one of their best ratios of the season. Hernandez digs it out. Otten to Williams. Williams with another attack, but won't land. Schomer with an attack, but puts it right into the net. That was just a poor swing by Ella Schomer. Actually, this is only the second time this season Bowling Green's had more aces than they've had errors. The only other match, 10 aces to 5 errors against St. Mary's in Grand Forks, North Dakota. Williams serves. Libby Smith, that dig. Bates has got to keep it up. Good play by Anders. Otten goes for the attack and gets it.
Smart by Amanda Otten to recognize that she could not get a good set on that ball and instead turned it into a quick attack with the ball drifting close to the net.
I think if you look up high motor in the dictionary, Avery Anders' name is going to be right there. What an unbelievable dig on the back row, too.
Absolutely.
Williams, Smith digs it out. Stern sets on the right side to Cooney. Cooney can't get it to land. Hobson goes off the block. Williams can't pick it up. Wilford had a try to keep it up in the air, but didn't bump it high enough. Those are always awkward plays when they come off the block, softly down on your hands.
Very
Gotta
difficult.
save it
Very
somehow.
difficult thing to get a ball off the block.
Especially
or
for
off the
middle
net.
blockers.
Yes.
Otten takes some steps toward the left side. Sets to Hobson. Hobson, clear as day. Got it to fall in. 11-5. Bowling Green leads.
I will say when I played middle blocker, I do feel for the middle blockers on both teams. The biggest thing to worry about as a middle is getting in the setter's way. You never want to be in a spot where you get in front of your setter and ruin their ability to get the second touch.
Stern sets it up. Otten lets it go, and it falls wide. Looked like Ella Martin, who actually just subbed in the game for Oakland, the redshirt senior, on the right side that just kind of pushed it. Tried to go back left corner of the Bowling Green court. 12-6, Bowling Green leads. Maya Catula back in the game. She's got 6 assists, leading all other Oakland players. Delaney Stearns only got 4. Catula serves more from the middle of the court. Targets Anders. Anders perfect to Otten. Otten to Wilford. Wilford knocks it down. Best middle blocker attack of the day, I'd say, from Bowling Green. Perfect timing with Otten and Wilford.
And I'd have to agree with you there. And there was that full swing that we wanted to see from Wilford. She got her full approach, waited on it, and great timing, and just put it straight down.
Dunaway back in the match. Hobson serves, tumbles it in. It's Olivia Rust, the outside hitter. More options for Oakland now as they're trying to get some people swings. Otten keeps it high in the air. Hobson ranging back to make it. Hernandez will bump it and dump it over from behind the back line of Bowling Green. Effort played just to get it back over. Caroline Moore, long, not off the block. Point stays with Bowling Green.
Great job, great hustle by the Falcons there. That's what you love to see. That's the show of a good coach team.
Hobson dug out by Rust, but overpassed. Otten sets to the left side. Dunaway off the block. Set by Catula, now a set by Bates. Now a swing by Moore. Rejected, Helen Wilford.
And that's what Helen Wilford's biggest strength is on the court, is she affects every attack by the other team. And there she gets a nice block kill.
15-6 at the media timeout. Midway through the third set, Bowling Green leads 2-0 over the Oakland Golden Grizzlies here in the home opener in the Stroh Center. You're listening to Bowling Green Volleyball on WBGU 88.1 FM.
BGSU football recorded a program record 725 yards in a 62-38 win over UMass on October 10th, 2015. This has been history in Falcon athletics.
We are the boy band. Your tween made you see. We are the boy. It's painful concert number 3. We are the boy band. We're 5 and 19. We are the boy band. Always singing on key.
You love your kids enough to take them to see their favorite band. Love them enough to make sure they're buckled up in the back seat. Show them you love them. Keep them safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat here. Make sure to tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m. on WBGU 88.1 FM, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
WBGU 88.1 FM, the home of live Falcon volleyball coverage.
Hobson back to serve for Bowling Green, 15-6. Bowling Green leads here in the third set. Ben Korag here with Andrew Smith from the Falcon Media Sports Network. For the recap of today's match and the preview of this weekend's matches in East Lansing, go to bgfalconmedia.com and BG_FMSN on the Twitter/X. Good block there by Annika Prisby, making her presence known. She checks back into the game, gets a point back for Oakland. BG still leads in almost every offensive category, and now, as of the last few points, surpassing, doubling Oakland in total kills, I should say. Hernandez lets it go, and a good ace on the back line by Kylie Gallagher.
Yeah, Gallagher did a great job to just drop that one in there. Teardrop landed right on the back line, and Hernandez miscalled it as out.
9 aces, 10 errors on the season for Gallagher. Hobson has to tumble it in. Catula digs it out perfect. Cook to Moore. Moore is kept up by Hobson. Otten bumps that across. Left side. Dunaway. Couldn't get a good enough swing on it. Got a little bit too low and tight to the pin. The point goes to Oakland.
That's one of those where as an attacker you got to recognize that you're not able to get your full swing on it and just try to roll that ball over or tip it over into a corner.
Yeah.
And instead she tried to go for a full swing and just put it right into the net.
Gallagher serves again. Targets Dunaway to Otten. Wilford goes off the block, but is kept up. Moore gets rejected by Dunaway and Wilford. Now a dump play over to Bowling Green. Otten set to Dunaway. Dunaway, free swing, overpass, out of play. 16-9.
And a great attempt by Oakland's Callie Cook to try to lay out and keep that ball up, but just too much power from Dunaway, and it goes into the stands.
Hernandez serves from the left side of the court. Ahead of Hobson, Otten, Williams, and Jessica Andrews, and Marin Dunaway. Ball back to Bowling Green. Otten, back set to Jessica Andrews. Best slide of the day for Andrews.
That was ripped by Jessica Andrews.
That's the timing you want to get down if you're Otten and Andrews, especially heading into MAC play just next weekend.
The slide attack is very interesting because it's really just to throw variety because it's a slower attack. It's not like it's built for speed, but it throws off the defenders and throws off the blockers a lot.
Catula digs it out. Andrews on the overpass next to the right pin, knocks it down. 18-9, and especially as Krista Rice for Oakland will take a timeout. Especially when you have such an offensively present setter as Amanda Otten.
Yeah.
The blockers got to be at two places at once, especially on that slide. You can even see Jessica Andrews flashing over to the right side. You can't, or the left side. You can't really do much about it.
No, being a middle blocker against Amanda Otten must be very stressful because, I mean, you constantly have to be on the watch out for any sort of attack or dump that she might throw at you. And then in addition, be constantly thinking about where the ball's going to go because she can set to every part of the court now. She has so much confidence this year, and she is putting it accurately to everybody in the court.
Not to mention, she is essentially a middle blocker, especially in size at 6'3". She's one of the best blockers on the floor at any given time, including, you know, Amanda Otten would lead Oakland in total blocks this season if you had switched her over to the Oakland side.
I mean, she's absolutely, like, it's such a nice thing to have a setter that can block as well as Otten does. Not only does she have the size, but she also has really gotten down the footwork and the form for blocking, and has just become one of the team's main blockers. Like, it's not even a question anymore. She is one of the dominant blockers, not even just on the Bowling Green team, but in the MAC.
And it makes it so much easier on certain rotations as well. You know, you have Lauren Hovey generally on that right side. The middle stays with her. And then also to have Amanda Otten on the left side, which whoever's swinging from the outside hitter position as well. We got 4 solid blockers almost on every play. That's she's an inexpendable player. 18-9. BG has doubled up Oakland's score. Smith keeps it alive after Gallagher digs it out. Bates has to dump it over. Hernandez to Otten for Bowling Green. Back to Andrews on the slide. Oh, might have caught the fingertips, but it's sent wide, and the referee says no, so the point will go to Oakland.
Yeah, that's just a case. That was a really well-placed ball by Amanda Otten. I think just Andrews got a little bit too underneath that instead of on top of it.
Misreceived, back row. Hobson and Dunaway both stepped into it at the same time. It's good scouting by Lacey Bates, senior libero for Oakland. Serves Dunaway. Otten to Hobson. Hobson back row attack, just long and wide of the back right corner of the Oakland court.
That was a really good attempt to
Yeah, it was.
back row play from there. And also, she nearly hit that corner.
Digs this out. Perfect to Otten. Nice to Andrews down the seam.
There she goes. She got her hand on top of the ball there. Flicked the wrist. Nice spot there. That's what she was going for the last time, but just missed it a little bit.
Kylie Gallagher standing there just kind of let it go. I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah. Some of those attacks, if you're on the opposite team, some of those attacks you have to be like, you can't pick that up.
Petula looked like she hit the net when she was going to set. So the point goes to Bowling Green, first team to 20, in all 3 sets in this match. Most likely going to come away with the 3rd set victory. And thus sweep. And there's an ace. Oakland's defense has started to fall apart a little as the match has worn on. Olivia Brown gets her 3rd ace of the match, tying Sydney Hernandez.
That is the goal of the Falcon offense, though, is to overwhelm. And by the end of the match, the defense for the team just kind of falls apart.
And especially the serving game for Bowling Green is also meant to do that.
Yes.
To pick apart the defense as much as they can.
Olivia Brown has shown that she can serve very well.
Yeah.
And in these situations so far this match, I've been impressed with her serving ability.
Catula digs it out. Attack from Moore. She tumbles it in and takes another point.
Another really well done attack by Moore there.
They have started to give it to her more. I believe when we mentioned that originally, she was at 7 attacks through 2 full sets. Now she's at 13, so she's got more swings.
They've given it to Moore.
They've given it to Moore. Nice, Andrew. Hernandez to Otten, just inside the 3-meter line. Dunaway off the block. Gallagher gets a hand on it. Callie Cook to Libby Smith, who has to dump it over long of the back line. Misplay by Smith. I get it's a dump play, but that's borderline unforgivable stuff to not at least keep the ball alive. 22-13 Bowling Green.
I get the thought process. She's trying to go for the back line or one of the back corners, but just you got to get in play there.
Gallagher digs it out. Stern sets it up, and a campfire attack from Grace Cooney. Puts it between all the white jerseys of Bowling Green.
When in doubt, find the middle of the court.
Yeah. Libby Smith serves 4 aces, 6 errors this season. Hernandez to Otten. Otten to the left side. Hobson can't get it to land. Now back to Olivia Russ. That's her first attack of the match. Has been in a couple of times. And hitting the net on the way up is the Oakland blockers. Look like either Cooney or Ella Martin. One of the two of them hit the net pretty severely. Bowling Green up 23-14.
Falcons taking full control of this 3rd set. Really just look to be taking advantage of all the mistakes that Oakland is making here.
Not making too many in their own right. There's one, Kendall Williams with a service error. You got 4 service errors, 2 aces now. But even our serves that haven't landed have been pretty solid strikes.
And you know, a lot of those service errors, which Bowling Green does make quite a few of, it's because you want to have offensive-minded serves and not. You don't want to get passive about it. You want to make sure, because every serve, that's the one thing you can truly, fully control in volleyball, and they want to make sure that they are offensive-minded and not being passive about it at all when they are serving, and that's going to result in a lot of errors.
Otten sets up Hobson left side after the Ellen Zapp serve, newly in the game for Oakland. Oakland has to dump it back over. Otten goes for the setter dump, and it won't land. Zapp digs it out. Olivia Rust gets blocked by Otten and Wilford. Match point for Bowling Green, 24-16 over Oakland at home.
Stroh Center on their feet for what could be the point that gives the Falcons their first win at home on the season.
A timeout's called by Oakland, trying to ice the kicker maybe. Amanda Otten's got no aces, 1 error today, but has almost 30 assists to go along with her 5 digs, 3 total blocks, and 3 kills on 7 attempts. This season, 5 matches of 40-plus assists for Amanda Otten, 3 matches of 10-plus kills, and 3 matches of 10-plus digs. She's had a very impressive game. The 3-setters almost hinder how good her matches look because her raw stats don't look as strong. But for 3 matches, 30 assists is a very good number, especially when you put it in the context of 5 digs and 3 total blocks as well. A big portion of that fantastic 14 total block blocking crew for Bowling Green. Otten goes back, serving from the right side of the Falcon court. 24-16, match point for Bowling Green. They lead 2-0. First home match of the 2025 regular season. Serves down the line and wide.
Very nearly an ace to end the match.
So it'll have to end with a Oakland serve. Maya Katula, freshman out of Rochester, Michigan, attended Notre Dame Prep. 4 aces, 5 errors this season. Digs it in. Avery Anders keeps the ball alive but overpasses. Katula sets back to Moore, and Amanda Otten can't dig it out on the back row.
Golden Grizzlies are not going to go quietly here. They want to make this as interesting as they can.
Still trail 6, match point Bowling Green. Anders to Otten, Otten to Hobson. Hobson throws it down. A 3-set sweep for Bowling Green in the 2025 home opener, and the first home win for head coach Alex Del Piombo.
A great sweep for the Falcons, really, by the end of it, firing on all cylinders. Looked great in many aspects of the game, especially the back row showing a lot of hustle. I think looked great on serve, receive, and came out with a great win today.
And to do it all without your senior right side and staple for the last 3 years, Lauren Hovey.
Not to
equally,
mention,
if not more impressive.
Yes, not to mention the leadership that Hovey brings. I mean, she's on the sidelines, but it's not the same as her being on the court, leading the team, and they managed to get a very clean sweep without her presence.
Offense definitely led Bowling Green today, 37 kills, 17 errors, and a 206 hitting percentage. The blocking as well, and almost as well as the offense, held Oakland to a negative .054 hitting percentage. 18 kills, 23 attacking errors on 92 total swings for Oakland. We'll take a step back and have our post-game interview with an assistant coach from Bowling Green in just a few moments. You're listening to Bowling Green Volleyball on WBGU 88.1 FM.
I had this illness that really made me powerless over alcohol and that insisted that I got drunk. And so I got drunk. It doesn't have anything to do with trying to control it. An alcoholic who picks up the first drink will pick up the second drink. I can't say to anyone, no, don't drink. But I can say that when you decide you don't want to drink, come to AA. The door to AA is always open.
Visit AA.org for more information and download the Meeting Guide app to find a...
My name is Kyle Blassingame from BGSU Men's Soccer, and my Falcon 4 favorite hobbies are Kirby, which is a game created by BG Men's Soccer. My second favorite hobby would be Salute IIO. I recently bought a PC and I've been gaming it. My third favorite hobby is playing golf with Kyle Cusimano. And my fourth favorite hobby is watching Game of Thrones with Brendan Graves.
What kind of help does the IRS have for identity theft victims?
If you suspect you're a victim of tax-related identity theft,
Go to irs.gov/identity theft to learn how to prevent potential refund fraud and protect your tax account. At the IRS, combating tax-related identity theft is a top priority, and we are committed to prevention, detection, and assisting victims. And we're working with law enforcement to catch the criminals. For more info, go to irs.gov/identity theft to learn what the IRS is doing to help protect you.
Ever heard of Falcon Media Sports Network's broadcast on Falcon Radio or WBGU 88.1 FM but don't know where to listen? Well, set down the radio, pick up your phone, and go to bgfalconmedia.com and scroll to the bottom of the page to stream Falcon Radio and WBGU 88.1 FM for all broadcasts.
What is dedication?
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is Dariana. We call him Day Day for short. Every day he's hungry for something, whether it's attention, affection, knowledge. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that when he's no longer under my wing, that he's a good person. I want him to be able to sit back one day and go, we worked together, we did a good job.
That's dedication. Find out more at fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
This is BGSU volleyball coverage on WBGU 88.1 FM from the Falcon Media Sports Network.
Back here in the Stroh Center, a 3-set sweep for Bowling Green over Oakland in the home opener of the 2025 regular season. Now we're joined by assistant coach Chelsea Carter. Chelsea, it's great to actually be talking to you at home, but how does it feel to be able to come away with a win here today at home?
Oh my gosh. Starting off, being here in Stroh with the fans and the people and just being in home gym is an amazing feeling. So yeah, I agree. It's nice talking in Stroh.
Yeah.
That's a nice thing.
For
Home sweep. Love it. I think the players, we had to work through some nerves in the first set. We were a little shaky at the beginning, but I think we settled in, and I think they were able to kind of find their groove through the game.
Yeah, some of that might also come, obviously, Lauren Hovey did not play today, but it didn't feel like the offense really missed a beat. 37 kills on 97 swings, a 206 hitting percentage. What did you feel from the offense today, especially Avery Hobson, who's been playing very well recently, and Maren Dunaway, who's made her first appearances in a Bowling Green uniform?
Yeah, our outsides have really stepped up their game, and I think Jess Andrews is someone that had to kind of step into Lauren's world for a little bit and play on the right side, and I think she did really well. Her blocking attributed to the 10 total blocks that we had compared to the 6 or 7 that Oakland had.
Yeah, it was certainly a well-blocked game, I think, from your perspective as well. Held Oakland to negative in the hitting percentage, but also the defense kind of stood out to us, at least on the broadcast. It seemed like Sydney Hernandez had a very good match. Avery Anders made some stunning plays, as a lot of the time she does, and Olivia Brown also served very well. So what did you see from the Nugget group, as you guys like?
Yeah, the Nugs showed up today, but I think that all starts from the front line. It starts from serving, and it starts from the front line of defense. Our blockers really made them funnel or slow it down for our Nugs to be really successful, and that's something that we've been working on the last 2 weeks since we got back from Purdue. Is like, how can we dig on open net? How can we dig when it's not necessarily going to be a perfect dig, but how can we do it all the time and be relentless in that? And I think our Nugs showed up tonight and really controlled the ones they can control, and if they could get one hand on it, they got one hand. If they could dime it, they dimed it.
You know, Oakland, an 0-9 team, now 0-10 after the loss today. You go into Michigan State, who is a Big Ten team, and not a bad one, too, and then Binghamton, who's not a bad team in their own right. So what are you guys looking to take from this home match and into East Lansing this weekend?
We got to keep our fire. We got to keep our fire and, like, settling in really quick to the game, because I think once we're able to have that poise, is what Alex likes to call it, we're on fire. We're really, really good.
Well, Coach, we'll look forward to watching you guys play this weekend, and good luck as well.
Thanks, Ben. Aye, Ziggy.
Aye, Ziggy. Final stats for today's game. Bowling Green 37 kills on 97 total attempts, a 206 hitting percentage. 36 assists on the 37 kills for the Falcons. 4 of them came from Sydney Hernandez. 30 of them came from Amanda Otten, who had an outstanding day for the Falcons today. Contributed to the blocking, the assisting, the attacking, the digging, everything was what Amanda Otten did today, and that's what she does a lot throughout the season. Nice to see her getting into regular season form. Avery Hobson led Bowling Green in total attacks and kills with 13 and 32 total attacks. Maren Dunaway was giving her a run for her money at the kills lead for today's match. Maren Dunaway had 10 total kills on 5 errors and 26 total attempts for a 192 hitting percentage. And then the third most was Jessica Andrews, who struggled a little bit with the slide early and then ended up getting back into the groove of things. And you mentioned Chelsea Carter saying that Jess was kind of playing more on the right side. She was. She didn't do a bad job either. 3 blocks, 6 total kills, and a 143 hitting percentage from Jessica Andrews today. Maybe my favorite player of the match, Sydney Hernandez, 14 digs, 4 assists, 3 aces, and 1 service error. She didn't really do anything to hinder the Falcons besides that 1 service error, and in fact made some very nice plays. And another shout out to Avery Anders, 8 digs, 2 aces, 1 assist, and 1 service error for Anders today. And the other nugget, as they like to call her, Olivia Brown, 6 digs, 3 aces, and 1 assist today. That's all the defensive specialists for Bowling Green. All had a fantastic game and all played very well, defensively holding off the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. The Golden Grizzlies didn't have any players in double-digit kills. They only had 18 kills total and had 23 total errors, a negative hitting percentage for all but Caroline Moore today from Oakland, who had 7 kills on 14 total attempts. That was almost half of the total kills for Oakland, and that was all Caroline Moore. Didn't get as many swings as you would expect for somebody that was swinging at such a high level. 17 total assists for Oakland, not a bad ratio when you have 18 kills, but there was only 8 for Maya Catula and 5 for Delaney Stern, both of whom had been pretty solid setters in the past, both of whom underclassmen and couldn't handle Bowling Green today. And then the leader in digs for Oakland was Maya Catula. The Falcons stayed away from Lacey Bates quite effectively, and she's probably the best defensive specialist on Oakland and one of their 2 liberos today against the Falcons. Bowling Green comes away with a 3-0 set sweep of Oakland and their first home win of the 2025 season. That brings the Falcons up to 5-5 in the overall record. 5-1 if you take away the ranked opponents that Bowling Green played 4 in a row. Losses to Kansas, Purdue, Georgia Tech, and Indiana. In fact, played very well in those matches, maybe better than they did in 2024. 2024, Bowling Green went 5-6 in non-conference. 1 ranked loss, that was number 22 Dayton, and only 1 set won versus Power 4 opponents. This year, 2025, they're 5-5 now. So they probably are going to have a better record by the time non-conference is over. They have 4 ranked losses compared to 1 last season against Kansas, Purdue, Georgia Tech, and Indiana, and 5 sets won versus Power 4 opponents. So you can make an argument that at least through non-conference play, the Falcon team in 2025 is better than that of 2024, and yet they still have some things to work out. We saw better performance today from Avery Hobson. She's had a lot of good matches in a row, including this 13-kill match today. Doesn't seem that impressive, but when you only play 3 sets and not 5, your kills are going to go far down. She also had 9 digs, was knocking on the door of her second double-double of the season. Bowling Green led in almost every statistical category, kills, hitting percentage, digs, blocks, aces. They led in almost all of it and really stunted the Golden Grizzlies today here in the Stroh Center. The first match at the Stroh Center and the first time Alex Del Piombo has coached and won a game at home on the Mo and John Stansbury Court, and that's a milestone for her, especially going forward to the rest of the season. Bowling Green with a win over Oakland today. They head to East Lansing. I believe they leave about midday tomorrow to go to Jennison Fieldhouse in East Lansing, Michigan. There they will play Michigan State on Big Ten Network Plus, but you shouldn't watch it. You should listen to it on WBGU 88.1 FM at 5:45. That's when pregame will start on this same radio station. I will be on the call from East Lansing, and then that's tomorrow at 5:45 p.m. And then on Saturday at 2:45 p.m. we will have the broadcast of Bowling Green versus Binghamton from the same location in East Lansing, Michigan, on WBGU 88.1 FM. That will start at 2:45 p.m. I will also be on the call for that broadcast. There will be a preview of this weekend's matches on bgfalconmedia.com, as well as a recap of today's Oakland match, as well as all the matches this season for Bowling Green Volleyball, and we will attempt and do our best to not miss any more broadcasts. We do apologize for missing the broadcasts or the matches last week in Chicago. We'll do our best to not to make sure that doesn't happen the rest of the season. Also, if you want to hear the post-game press conference from Alex Del Piombo and a player of their choosing, go to bgfalconmedia.com. It will be posted on there, or the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel, where the press conferences, all of our press conferences for home matches and matches we attend with a camera, will be posted, as well as the highlight package that I believe is going to be done by Nick Windholtz probably in the next day or so. That will be posted. Special thank you to Lucas Kleinmeyer, Tyler Kavlitz, our Falcon Media directors, direct the Falcon Media Sports Network, as well as our board operator today, Daniel Ridenauer, and also Nate Hinners, who's the Falcon Media director and also sat in with Daniel today. You guys did a heck of a job as always, and thank you for taking some time out of your Wednesday night when you could be doing homework to help broadcast a volleyball match. Ben Korak, joined earlier by Andrew Smith from the Falcon Media Sports Network. You are listening to Bowling Green Volleyball on WBGU 88.1 FM. You're the best, Daniel. And Nate if he's in there. Have a good night, guys. Yep.
To the other side of